slept at all. You just wait for someone to come and open the door. When there's someone never comes, and you're feeling so alone. You just wait, try, love, cry inside, but don't you ever close that door.
David, a kid that suffered hard from depression. Over time it got the better of him, and so many people just forgot him. Think back to high school, it was a challenge, he never fit in. He was taller than everybody, and for that he got a nickname. So what? It wasn't hurting nobody, you're thinking about it. I could have stopped and just thought about how he had felt about it. Made a little effort to get to know him just a little bit better, and maybe things would be different right now. But then I didn't know how. I followed the crowd, I followed him round. Last time I saw him he was hit to the ground, king hit by Rodney when no one's around. Well, Dave, he was an orphan, so he was sent off to a whole new other town just to protect him. But in the end it was that was bringing him down. See, a year later I heard that he killed himself, living in hell and could no longer deal. I'd never thought of his depression as all that much. I'd never considered it real, not once did I notice him crying for help. Not a sign, but it was hard for him to be around people, so him just being there might have been the sign. So maybe if we weren't so blind and opened our eyes and saw that the actions we make have reactions and take just a minute, we could have all helped to save his life.
When you cry yourself awake, and you barely slept at all, you just wait for someone to come and open the door. When there's someone never comes, and you're feeling so alone. You just wait, try, love, cry inside, but don't you ever close that door.
This isn't a song, it's goodbye that I never got to say. It should never reach a point that somebody feels that they've got nothing left.
When you cry yourself awake, and you barely slept at all, you just wait for someone to come and open the door. When there's someone never comes, and you're feeling so alone. You just wait, try, love, cry inside, but don't you ever close that door.
Tonight we have Mark Fitzgerald Cook. Welcome.
Hello, thank you.
How are you going?
Yeah, I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Would you like to tell me a bit more about how you started out with doing music? And you're obviously quite well known in the local community. So yeah, just tell me a bit about what you're doing.
Yeah, oh well, no, it all began, I was about 6 years old, and my mother was a piano player and my dad a guitarist, so I was naturally born into it. And always going to learn. I used to go to my dad's on school holidays, and he, at the time, I was sort of 8 years old at this stage, and he was into Slayer and Pantera, so I got all of the metal influences straight away and started learning that sort of stuff, plus Aerosmith, and then school, I always had a group of friends that were into music, so we always pushed each other on and just never left it pretty well. Out of high school, studied it after that. And yeah, started performing about 2001, 2002 with a guy called Zach Evans, and he sort of showed me the pub scene and what you could actually do there, and yeah, fell in love with it.
I've heard you rapping and I think you're really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, please tell me about the rapping.
Well, it started back in high school, and so when I was listening to bands like Slayer and Pantera and Cradle of Filth and Nirvana and Pearl Jam, one of my best friends in the group, he was right into Cypress Hill and Tupac and DMX, and so I'd go over his place and that's what we'd listen to there. So I ended up getting right into that over time. And when I moved to Sydney the first time, pardon me, I'd already started writing my own stuff, and it was just this one night I was on the train going home from Parramatta, a little bit after midnight, and this scary group of people jumped on, and I was like, oh God, like this is not going to end well for me right now. Like, I'm talking really big scary guys with broken hands and tattoos all over them, and I can talk.
Like you.
Yeah. I'm very judgmental for a person with lots of tattoos. Joking. But yeah, then they started singing all these Christian sort of love songs and everything, and then a couple of them started rapping, and then I got involved in that and made some really good friends out of them. And so I spent a good sort of 3 or 4 years in Sydney working with them and making music and learning more than anything. It was a learning curve for me because it was something very different. And so I jumped on a computer and I learned how to produce the songs and record the songs. And yeah, The Door is written for a friend in high school that killed himself. The song itself really does tell the story well enough to not depress the listeners right now. And it was sort of years afterwards, I just still never was able to find the words that I wanted to get out towards him, because it was sort of just one of those you never got to say goodbye situations. And so I wrote this song just sitting on an acoustic guitar and got it all out, and it just didn't quite fit. And it was one day I was going through Triple J Unearthed, and I heard this girl called Rachel Russell sing one of her original songs on there. And so I thought, well, I really want her to be performing with me, but I don't know how to approach something like that, because she was living in America at this point. And so what I did is I downloaded the song that she put up on Triple J Unearthed and chopped it to bits and turned it into a rap song, and then emailed it to her and like, are you interested in doing this sort of work with me? And she was, so we've been working together ever since.
So tell me more about your future and what's going to happen after this is all over.
In terms of musical projects, I really want to get the storytelling side of it out more than anything else at this present second. And so releasing albums that tell a story and even have that story written to back them up so people can get on the website, read the story of the album, and then actually truly understand what the songs were about. But then I don't want the songs to sound like they're about the story, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
So it's a soundtrack to the story. And yeah, that's...
We all, like everyone in Orange and probably worldwide as well, are looking forward to hearing that. So thank you so much, Mark, for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it.
And thank you for doing what you guys are doing.
So, we got the song coming on. Mark, would you like to introduce it?
Yeah, for sure. So the song that we're about to put on is called The Crack. It's a very new song, still in the very early development stage of writing even, so you're getting to hear a song that I normally wouldn't even show people, technically. And that'll probably be the only time I ever do that. So, yeah, The Crack, written this week.
Thank you, Mark.
Anytime.
There's a commonly believed theory that human beings are a companion-reliant species. We're seeing significant behavioral changes in those that are being forced into a solitary life.
Another train whistles away, another track down. I know, I ask, I hear, I know. Go, go, go. It all falls down.
Sometimes the hardest thing that one can do is to simply put down the book, close it, ignore it, Let life just take you where it wants to take you, and just learn to believe in yourself.
Another fire dwindles away, another spark fades. I know, I look, I see, I know. Go, go, go. It all falls down. It cracks, it slips. I'm back, I'm in, or somewhere in my bleeding heart again. The cracks, the rips, I'm back, I'm in, or somewhere in my broken place again.
It's sad to just sit and look at all of the outlets we have in our current civilization to communicate. Social media, the internet, telephones, yet meaningful conversation is at an all-time low.
Another sky fades to gray, another day ends. I know, I look, I see, I feel. Go, go, go. It all falls down.
In our ever-changing and vastly unknown new world, divorce rates and separation rates are higher than they've ever been before. If people could just sit back, stop for a minute, watch and learn, this is new to everybody.
Another dream slips away, another dream's lost. I know, I look, I search, I know. Go, go, go. It all falls down. It cracks, it slips. I'm back, I'm in, or somewhere in my bleeding heart again. The cracks, the rips. I'm back, I'm in, or somewhere in my broken place again. The dreams, they're lost, a soul's at cost, something you won't ever see again. The change, the pain, the taints your brain, or something you will not forget again. Go, go, go. It all falls down.
It is a commonly believed theory that human beings are a companion-reliant species. We've seen significant behavioral changes in those that are being forced into a solitary life. Sometimes, the hardest thing that one can do is to simply put down the book, close it, ignore it, let life just take you where it wants to take you, and just learn to believe in yourself.